We are live.
We are. How you doing, mate? You all right?
Don't stop saying what you were just saying. Let's go. LinkedIn.
Okay. Yeah, LinkedIn. The main reason I wanted to hop on today is I want to speak to you about expert facilitation and doing hard things with fun people, because that was the point of the LinkedIn post. But the little route I took you down was what is best practice? Because I think I have a little bit of an idea. I'm far from excellent on LinkedIn, but you should do it in the early hours, between 6 and 8, where there's more traffic. You need to get engagement quickly. You need apparently people to answer or comment with more than 12 words. Reposting, you can only repost so many times. I'm like, it's fucking confusing. I literally wrote the post and I was like, yeah, that's interesting. It was a bit of tumbleweed. I thought I want to change the subject line. So I was like, okay, do I delete the post? Do I edit the post? What are the LinkedIn gods how are they going to smite me? And this time, yeah, it's hard. Really hard.
It's really hard.
Really hard.
I I get so annoyed with LinkedIn because it feels like it's so much effort for so little
Yeah.
reward.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
feels like we're pouring our heart and soul into posts. It's constantly on, even though I'm not very active at the moment, I'm not doing daily posts, and I have gone through fits and spurts of doing daily posts, but
Yep.
even though I'm not active, it's constantly at the back of my mind, and I'm always pissed off with myself every day that goes by and I haven't done a post.
Yep.
And it's just that burden, and it really troubles me.
Yeah.
And it troubles me for two reasons. One, the fact that I'm getting pissed off with it, but also the fact that I feel like I have to.
Yeah. Yeah.
It feels
Yeah.
like the way to succeed in business these days is to get into that endless pit of horror that you see on LinkedIn. And what also really pisses me off, just to get it out of my system,
Do it.
right?
Process it. Safe space.
Gonna go is there are some posts that are so bad that do really well.
Oh, mate,
Little
tell me
tiny
about
things,
it.
and they just kind of blow up from nowhere.
Yeah.
And then it feels like you're putting
Especially the
together,
ones where
crafting this story.
you make people comment and that creates reach. That really pisses me off.
But that's gaming the system, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
gaming the system. However, people are putting comments because the thing that they get if they put a comment is valuable to them.
Uh-huh.
So I think, and this is the generic thing that everyone says, but I do feel like I believe it. I think it comes down to two things.
Okay.
The first one is high value content. Give people a reason to read it and give them an outcome after reading it.
Yes.
Get people to go, this in its entirety was worth the time, it's worth a like, it's worth a comment, it's worth some thinking. When you posted the other day about getting, come on LinkedIn, let's go,
Yeah.
let's comment on each other's posts, let's be there for each other, let's be kind, supportive, totally resonate with that. The problem is that writing a comment beyond a few words takes time, and it takes some thinking power. And because we have such confusing and chaotic lives, quite a lot of us, I certainly do.
Yeah.
It feels like that's an effort, and it feels like an opportunity cost, whereby doing that means I can't do something else.
100%.
And so I wonder whether that's a thing that a lot, most people have.
But I think that.
Just one quick one.
Go on. Yeah.
Oh,
Go
whoa,
for it.
whoa. The second thing before it slips out of my mind was add value, number one. Number two, I think it is about consistency.
Uh-huh.
So we always think that one post is going to be the big thing. People are going to love it, and that's in our makeup. It's our human DNA. It's a behavior that we have. But in the same way, and I use this analogy all the time, and apologies if you've heard it a billion times, but in the same way that you can't walk into a gym and suddenly look like Arnie
Yeah.
or whoever, you need to go through the repetitions in order
Yep.
to get the gains. And I think there's the consistency, which is really important. Sorry, now I'm off my high horse.
No, I think my point was perfect intersection of both of those things, and it links through to being comfortable. Because so I went to a reformer Pilates class this morning. It's fucking hard. Like, I mean, any gym class is hard at the moment, but it's hard. Like, I want a body like Christine Quinn from Selling Sunset. She's like modern day Jerry Hall. Like, is that going to happen? Probably not. But you know what? A girl can aspire. So went to this gym class, and it's fucking hard work. The gym facilitator was fucking on point. He was so funny, so engaging, had loads of time to spend with people and make sure they were doing the right thing. But where I'm going with this was, it was so much easier because he brought everyone on board. And actually, coming in with his personality, he had to be 100% comfortable in that room to be able to do that thing. And that's another thing with LinkedIn. Like, the comments, the writing posts, you can have it so that they are structured in such a way that you get the output. But sometimes, you know what, the output is just good vibes. It's just a case of like, actually, do you know what, I love spending time with that person, and I don't get to as much, and I get a glimmer of them remotely from either that post or that comment, and that's actually the warm and fuzzies. Because do you know what, whether you're going through business or a gym class or life in general, like, it's all about community. It's all about having people support you, cheerlead for you, etc. A really lovely thing last night where someone I coach, his son, sent a little WhatsApp saying Rebecca's the goat. And she was like, do you know what a goat is? And I was like, apparently greatest of all time. I was like, why? Because I sent an amazing gift to you. And he's like, no, because you support my mum. And I was just like, yes! Love that kid. And this is the kind of thing, like, I think people get so caught up in what's my professional response? How will my response be perceived by other people that see that or my post? And actually, sometimes come full on personality. Be the person you are that would be down the pub, because people love you for it. This guy had us in utter stitches. And the thing was, he was so explicit in his description and explanation of things. Like, he said at one point, like, if you're having pain in your hands, grip like you've got gecko paws, and then grasp like you're pinching someone's bum. It's still the 90s and you can pinch someone's bum in a nightclub. I know exactly what that means. And sometimes we don't drop to that depth enough. I think the other one was, he's like, tilt your pelvis. You know, imagine you're in town on a Saturday and you don't want to go for a wee in Costa. And I was like, yeah, I get it 100%. Like, I'm there, you got me. And he was just so funny in his execution. And I think that's the thing, like, as facilitators, people holding space, people interacting on LinkedIn, come with your big personality. It was a huge breakthrough when I started delivering in that way in the workshops. I mean, when I gave myself permission to turn up as me, as Bex, and people lean into it. And I think that is my little tale of the day. You know, you'll get far further being authentic you, whether it's in leadership, socials, wherever you go, than trying to be polished and professional. Because I'm sorry, I'm sick of it. Like, you can be shit hot at what you do. You don't have to be by the letter all the time.
I love that. So here's a challenge, because I think, like, I facilitate a lot. As you know, as a lot of people know, just come out of a 3-hour workshop just now. Like, and I loved it. Like, it was I was in my element. I just got these people exactly where I want them to go to be. We're going through these great exercises. Feels great. Loads of genuine progress being made, rather than some workshops that feel good but never go anywhere. It felt like we got somewhere really good in a really quick, short space of time, and I can be myself. And I'm telling jokes, bad ones. I'm kind of bringing people into the conversation. I'm kind of really open, and I'm loving it, and I'm smiling, and blah, blah, blah. I can't do that. I don't naturally do that in written words. Okay. In fact, I had an old boss that basically told me, and I was like writing this big strategy thing, and she was like, why is it that when you talk you say such brilliant stuff, and then when you write it's absolute shit? That's been a really bad thing, an obstacle that I've had to overcome in just being able to write at all, because otherwise that can hold so many people back. But I do find it really difficult to let my proper personality come through in when I'm writing. So yeah, like, is that something that other people have, a challenge that other people have? Is that a challenge
Oh,
that you've had? And are there
undoubtedly.
ways do you think that I can let go of a little bit of that perhaps?
The decline of me showing my personality professionally started. I remember when I went to go and work for a business development agency, and I was writing these really cute, kitschy blogs about tending to business like tend to your garden, and they were funny. Well, I thought they were funny, and it was like get back in your box. I worked for a law firm, writing comms, get back in your box. This is not how you talk to those people. And I think we've had it knocked out of us so much, and there's such that fear of judgment. And the thing is, it's getting comfy. It's literally just being okay with being judged. Because the thing is, do you know what? The people who are going to judge you, fuck them. Like, the ones that love you will be like, I've seen your face today. That makes me happy. I've done it before now when I've done little lives, when I've gone down to London, taking people along for the day, and people are just like, it's really nice. It was really nice to hang out with you today. It's felt cheesy and as awkward as hell when I've done it, and I've even like spoke to that. But it's a muscle to flex. It's one of the reasons why we started talking. I wanted to
Yeah.
get good at being able to talk on camera. Am I great? No. Am I probably looking off in the wrong direction right now? Undoubtedly. It is. But fuck it. Because, in the arena, and you've just got to get comfy. And that's another reason why we're doing these and building in public, because I want to show people that actually perfection is, what do you call it? I've heard you call this out, but perfection is the, oh man, perfection is it's sort of like the anti thing of doing. That was not at all eloquent, but do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Exactly.
Yeah.
And
That's
that's that. And
enemy.
so stop trying to be
The enemy
perfect.
of progress.
Yes. Yes. Yes,
Perfection's the
yes.
enemy of progress, maybe.
Something like that. Definitely enemy I was looking for. It's like that was the kind of word that's rattling around in my head.
Yeah.
Because we're going to launch this thing. Is the delivery going to be utterly perfect? Probably not. Is it going to be better than your average place? 100%. Are you going to have more fun and more interaction and walk away energized and feeling like you're ready to go? 1,000%. And we know the principles of best practice. We know the shit that people really need to learn, and we will turn up in the best way that we can. And we could spend 1,000 years trying to polish it, perfect it, make it look like a BBC production. Screw that. It ain't happening. We're going to turn up every day on the daily with some amazing advice, great energy. The community's going to do the same with us, and we're going to build. And we're going to build together and thrive together. And that's all the things that are important to me.
I love that. You're totally right. And yeah, it's falling in love with the process, right? When you fall in love with the process, it doesn't matter what the outcomes are. You just enjoy doing it, and you're learning, and you're constantly making progress. I stopped my kids from saying practice makes perfect. Now I tell them practice makes progress.
Nice.
Because that's what's important. You can't ever reach perfection, and it's a thing that I'm constantly battling with myself, and I know my kids and the people that I work with are always battling with this side of things. There's another thing that I want to talk about with regards to LinkedIn. There's two things actually. One, I'm going to do this call out, and I might come back to it and say it again. We're clearly struggling in this LinkedIn world, right?
Yeah.
And we're open about it, but we're doing okay. This is my second point. We're doing better than 99% of the people that are on LinkedIn.
I had 3
There's
people
only,
reach
I
out
think,
yesterday.
still
3 people
Yeah.
wanting to do work with me. So I'm
Right.
not great at post, but I'm out there enough that people want to work with me. Perfect.
Exactly. And actually, it doesn't matter what the numbers are if those people, the people that need to see it are the people that actually get to see it. And that's what starts the conversation. So it doesn't matter if you've got loads of likes or not, as long as it's kind of striking the conversations, getting the conversations going. But 99% of the people, I think, still on LinkedIn are not active at all, not posting. They're just literally reading, and if doing that at all. And most of those people literally don't engage at all
Yeah.
with a like or a comment or anything. And I've had people that I've worked very, very, very closely with, and still do, that have never really posted. And I'm just like, well, why wouldn't you just do it? But there's an uncertainty and a fear about it. But the call to action, the ask here is, look, we're struggling. If anyone is watching this and can help us out,
Anyone?
and can help a load of
Anyone?
other people in the future out with this, get in touch, right? Because
Yeah.
we would love some no bullshit, honest conversations about how to do better, how to make little improvements. We're not talking about getting millions of followers. We're not talking about taking over. We're talking about just how can we improve our game? How can we make sure that people are watching things? How do we grow and continue to learn and to be able to support each other? If you're interested, if you that's something that kind of you think about or you've got a view on it, we'd love to hear from you. Genuinely love to hear from you. As we're opening up the Growth Playground, we're looking for experts around these kind of topics as well.
Exactly.
So it could be
Yeah.
that there could be an opportunity to come and speak to some people about what it is that you do, and that could be have huge benefits across for everyone, person
Exactly.
included, everyone included. So that's
100%.
totally something we should be doing that more, right? We should be having these, making sure that there are these experts, because this is one of the things that we pledged to the people that come on this journey with us at the Growth Playground, is that we are opening the doors to some serious experts that can really help in all these worlds.
Exactly. I mean, we've already got a great network, but the more the better. Like, and that's
Yeah,
one of the things that
exactly.
we've been saying, isn't it? A case of, the more people we have in there, there will be a measured amount, the measured number of people in there. We want to have it so that people get the attention that they need, that people can access the things that they need. But ultimately, every penny is going to be pushed back through. Me and Spencer are not going to be on our, desert islands anytime soon. The money's going
Well,
to go
sipping
back in.
margaritas on the beach. Come on. I
Well, I
thought
mean,
that's what
that
we
might still
agreed.
happen. I might start
Oh,
sipping margaritas, but I just won't be on the beach. But the money's going to go back in. That's the whole plan, to get as many experts in, to give you as much access as possible, because I'm tired of it being gate kept, and I'm tired of it being behind paywalls or very high paywalls.
yeah.
In the
I was
day,
going to say,
there
be
is.
careful. We will
Yeah, I
have
was going to
some
say
kind of
you're going to have
paywall.
to. We have to pay somebody something, but I'm tired of people having to work out what they can spend their money on, trying to, rob Peter to pay Paul, all that jazz. So anyway, what was supposed to be like a 90-second thing is turned into a 19-minute ramble, but important stuff.
Love it.
Okay.
Let's keep on going with this.
Yeah, 100%.
It feels quite cathartic. I feel like I'm able to just get the shit off my chest that I've needed to get off my chest. This is why I love talking to you.
Thanks, mate. You too.